Previously on Jimmy Kimmel Live.
From Hollywood, it's Jimmy Kimmel Live. Tonight, Rob Lowe, Ike Barinholtz, and music from Caliucci with Cleto and the Cletos. And now, Jimmy Kimmel.
For most of the country, not us, but for most of the country, it was another day of bitter cold. A second Arctic blast is blasting, I guess, which is what they do. I don't know if I've ever heard of an Arctic blast before this week. Am I imagining it, or are they inventing new weather? Bomb cyclones, fire nados, snow boners. Now that I made the last one up, but once the Weather Channel gets hold of it, who knows? It'll be snow boner mania. In Colorado, it is so cold that if you leave your house with wet hair, you could wind up looking like this.
Yay! It looks like I'm behind a tree with a bunch of branches around me. We should do this for Crazy Hair Day.
You could also do it for Pneumonia Day. That's dangerous. One mean little brother could snap all that hair off. In Portland, Oregon, not Maine, a guy came home to find the heat was off in his place and the water in his toilet frozen solid. Sadly, his wish did not come true. You can't. Throwing a nickel in the toilet is how you wish for Donald Trump to be president again. Did you know that? The weather is supposed to change. Next week, it's been abnormally cold. Next week, it's supposed to be abnormally warm, which it's cold, it's hot. It's hot, it's cold, everybody's in a bad mood. Is it possible America is going through menopause right now? We're less than a week away from the New Hampshire primary. Donald Trump snowplowed his way into Atkinson, New Hampshire last night to shout at voters about who didn't give him enough airtime after the Iowa caucuses.
Last night, it was amazing. NBC and CNN refused to air my victory speech. Think of it. Because they are crooked, they're dishonest, and frankly, they should have their licenses or whatever they have taken away. They put on Nikki Haley. She came in third, a distant third, a distant third. And they put on Ron DeSanctimonious, who came in a boring second.
A boring second. That's also his nickname for Eric, by the way. This man is actually complaining he doesn't get enough coverage on television. Ron DeSantis right now is currently sitting at a sad 5% in New Hampshire. ABC and CNN decided to cancel their New Hampshire debate coverage because Trump and Nikki Haley said they would not attend. So the good news is, if you still want to hear two Republicans who will never be president argue about politics, you can always go visit your parents. Trump last night picked up an endorsement from the gentleman who beat him in Iowa back in 2016, Ted Cancun Cruz. Ted said he is, quote, proud to endorse the man who said his wife was ugly and his father killed JFK. It's always nice. I have to say, it's nice when two of the most repugnant turds on the planet can bury old feuds and shave each other's disgusting backs. Ted Cruz endorsing Donald Trump is like a tick endorsing Lyme disease. Meanwhile, Fibonacci's been playing all the hits on the campaign trail, including an extended whine about the fact that he was forced to leave the White House.
When I left, which was ridiculous that we had to leave, but we had to leave. We have to follow the laws of our land.
And he's nothing if not law-abiding. He's really sticks right to the letter. You had to leave because 80 million people voted to evict you from the White House. Trump had a lot to say in a limited amount of time. So to really soak it in, we slowed him down to half speed for a new New Hampshire edition of Drunk Donald Trump.
They say, get him off the stage. He needs another. Whatever happened to that? Whatever happened to the... Cocaine.
Congress, though, is on pace to have one of its least productive sessions ever. They've only passed 34 bills. So far, they've introduced more photos of Hunter Biden's penis than actual legislation. Why do I feel like this all ends with Hunter Biden doing a Super Bowl commercial for the Best Buy Geek Squad? Never leave your laptop again. This morning, the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, had to answer an interesting question. Johnson, who's an election denier, claims to be deeply religious. So someone asked whether Joe Biden's presidency was God's will.
Is Joe Biden's presidency God's will? God is the one that allows people to be raised in authority. It must have been God's will then. That's my belief. Right?
I hope Trump doesn't find out about that, because you tell Trump God picked Biden, and Mike is not going to have a Johnson tomorrow. They say that Trump won big in Iowa because he has unusually strong support from evangelical Christians. Why, I have no idea, but he does. Somehow Trump continues to get support from evangelicals. One of them even made a video that suggests he was specifically chosen by God to run the country. Whoever made this video used AI to recreate the voice of Paul Harvey. Remember Paul Harvey? You'd say, and now you know the rest of the story. Well, Paul Harvey is deceased, but they ran his voice through a computer to make this.
And on June 14th, 1946, God looked down on his planned paradise and said, I need a caretaker. So God gave us Trump. God said, I need somebody willing to get up before dawn, fix this country, work all day, fight the Marxists, eat supper, then go to the Oval Office and stay past midnight at a meeting of the heads of state. So God made Trump.
Even Jesus was like, Jesus. I mean, a lot of religious people, including a number of actual pastors in Iowa, were mortified to see Trump being compared to God in a political ad. One of them said it mirrored the original sin of Lucifer. And I don't know much about that, but I feel like the video got some of the visuals wrong, so we rejiggered it a little bit.
And on June 14th, 1946, God looked down on his planned paradise and said, I need a caretaker. So God gave us Trump. God said, I need somebody willing to get up before dawn, fix this country, work all day, fight the Marxists, eat supper, then go to the Oval Office and stay past midnight at a meeting of the heads of state. So God made Trump. I need somebody with arms, strong enough to wrestle the deep state, and yet gentle enough to deliver his own grandchild. Somebody to ruffle the feathers, tame cantankerous World Economic Forum, come home hungry, have to wait until the First Lady is done with lunch, then tell the ladies to be sure and come back real soon. So God gave us Trump. God said, I need somebody who will be strong and courageous. I need the most diligent worker to follow the path and remain strong in faith. And then his oldest son turns and says, Dad, let's make America great again. So God made Trump.
Well, at least, you know what, at least we apologize. So, a lot of the focus for the upcoming election is on the age of the candidates. Trump is 77 and Biden is 81. And because of that, some people are saying we should put age limits on political office. It's a legitimate question. And Biden and Trump are actually spring chickens compared to Iowa Senator Chuck Grassley. Chuck Grassley is 90 years, he's almost 10 years older than Joe Biden. He's already filed to run for re-election in 2028 when he will be 95 years old. For the past decade, and this is for real, Chuck Grassley has been in a one-sided Twitter feud with the History Channel. He's tweeted about the History Channel almost 20 times, and he's very mad at them. Look, just turn to History Channel, no history. I used to get history. Why do we have such a channel when it doesn't do history? I turn to History Channel frequently because I like history. There's never any history unless you're an antique dealer. Change name. Just love history, so occasionally I turn to History Channel. Mudcats, when will they put history back on the channel? History, no history. Axeman, Timber, nothing historical. Back to Fox. Sigh, suggest name to change channel name. Wondering if no History Channel would be interested in covering my axe and chainsaw work at my farm for Axeman. At least it would be new. If you don't like history now, it's time to go to History Channel and you can watch Pawn Stars. I'm having lunch with Chris Moody talking about no history on the History Channel. I should not give up. Staff just notified me is some history on History Channel, so I'm watching. Go there quickly. Check it out. A friend just told me real history on part-time History Channel. I'm in car, something about Washington. Can't believe it. There's history on History Channel, learning about electricity, inventor Edison, powering America. Hurry, there's history on History Channel. Ottoman Empire, really? History on the History Channel. Yes, history. Attila the Hun right now. Miracle upon miracle, 5 hours later, there's still history on the mislabeled History Channel. Quick right now, go to History Channel. They have a real history. For a shocker, praise the Lord for divine intervention. There's history on the History Channel right now. Tune in before they go to Swamp Man. What a character. I feel like maybe, do you think it's possible that he just doesn't know how to work the remote? He can't change the channel? Because, Chuck, you don't need to watch history. You are it. You're 90. He's also mad that MTV doesn't show videos anymore, but that's another night. The LA Clippers, I don't know if you heard, are any Clippers fans? Sorry, just kidding. Are trying something new. Their new stadium is scheduled to open this summer, and it's being fitted with technology that will track how much fans cheer during the game. Here's Clippers owner Steve Ballmer, who put on a helmet to explain how this technology is going to work.
And I'll just say, we want this to be the penultimate basketball experience on the planet. As good as it gets, the pinnacle, the peak. Stay in your seat or get up. You get up, we're going to know that you stood up. As long as you want us to, you've got to give us the permission. We'll know that you get up. We know that you cheer. We know how loudly you were cheered. If you're good on those things, we can give you little discounts around the shop just to reinforce that excellent behavior.
Not only is that terrifying, it might be the saddest thing I've ever heard. I mean, my God, it's like when your mom has to pay other kids to come to your birthday party. You get rewarded for good behavior at the Clippers. Leave it to the Clippers to make going to a game feel like prison. In other sports news, after 24 years under Bill Belichick, the New England Patriots have a new head coach. Former player and linebackers coach Gerard Mayo was introduced today at a press conference with team owner Robert Kraft, and they're already a formidable duo.
It's an honor to share this announcement with Gerard's family. His brothers, Duran, Derek, and Sherman.
Sherman. I'll get it right. Get it right.
Well, we'll have to...
No, it's all right. It's one of those black names. I'll help you with that.
I like these two together. It's Kraft and Mayo. It's like a food-based detective team or something. Hey, you know what's making a comeback? COVID. Everybody has COVID, including each one of you. The studio is filled with it. They're saying that since the start of the holidays back in November, a new subvariant is causing a surge of infections, 74%. Most of the data comes from analyzing wastewater, which sounds like a great job finding viruses in the sewer. But while the variant itself seems to be milder than those in the past, tens of thousands of people are still getting COVID. People are still dying from COVID. And the CDC says awareness is the key to staying safe.
The following is an important message from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention regarding the ongoing COVID-19 health crisis.
Oh, sorry. Didn't realize we were still doing these. All right, what is this one about? COVID? Okay, let's see. Get boosted. Yeah, wash your hands, sing happy birthday, all that shit. All right, listen. Humans don't have long on this planet. Between microplastics, global warming, that super disease coming out next year that we're not supposed to tell you about yet, we're all So, get weird, man. Have unprotected sex, commit crimes, try ketamine, drain the kids' college fund to buy scratch-offs. Go your cousin. None of it matters. Life is chaos. We are stardust. Anyway, that's it. I'm gonna go punch my neighbor. Let's go Mets and Baba Booey.
The CDC, dare to live deliciously.